Welcome to Oxnard, California for Dallas Cowboys training camp. I'm Larry, this is Mary. So yesterday we were in front of the Cowboys team hotel, which is just over yonder. Today we're standing on one of the two practice fields. Always a pretty cool experience being here doing this, Mary. And you know what? You saw it just as well as me. The grounds crews are very busy today.
Very busy. I mean, what this field looked like when we got here this morning compared to what it looks like now, it's fresh, it's ready to go for the first practice tomorrow.
Yeah, so they've been out here. They started mowing this morning. They're painting the lines. We have other workers going around fixing all the VIP canopies, making sure that the couches are clean, you know, that they have all the lighting and everything that they need. It's really an awesome, cool event, and watching all the people hard at work getting it ready, it just never... I'm always fascinated by how much work, Mary, goes into doing this. So,
yes,
Mary, speaking of one of the players now, defensively, Trevon Diggs, you have an update for us.
Yes, Trevon Diggs, cornerback. He tore his ACL very early last season. Of course, 9 months removed since then. The latest update from David Moore of the Dallas Morning News is saying that Diggs is going to start out training camp active on the physically unable to perform list, meaning he's not yet cleared to participate in full practices with the team, but that can change quickly as all he needs to do is pass a physical. So what that tells me is a couple days into training camp, kind of get back into the routine, back in the rhythm, prove physically that he can keep up, then he should be ready to go. It is concerning initially because you want him to be ready for the start of the season, especially because, you know, there's not the force that was Stephon Gilmore, who's now a free agent, unsigned to a team, to help things out. Right now, your starters are pretty much Jordan Lewis, Deron Bland, and Trevon Diggs.
Yep. So the Cowboys officially reported today.
Yes.
And once they did, they took the fields behind us. They did some light conditioning, running, you know, light running, that kind of stuff, some stretching. And then once they were all done, Dak, come on, Mary, don't leave me hanging, was dapping everybody that he possibly could. Dak is like a little kid when he gets out here for training camp. He just absolutely loves football. Now, speaking of the team reporting, Mary, so CeeDee Lamb did not report. He was not here today out on the field from what we could tell. He is subject to being fined $40,000 every single day that he misses at training camp, but the Cowboys don't have to fine him that though because he is still on his rookie contract. One thing I also wanted to talk about, Mary, local San Antonio 2-0 guy, to give him a shout out, offensive lineman Terrence Steele. You recently got to chat with him at Cowboys mandatory minicamp.
I mean, talk about someone that knows what it's like to suffer a season-ending injury. He tore his ACL and MCL in 2022 against the Texans, overcoming that injury and then being able to gain the trust of the organization, that being the Cowboys, and sign a 5-year deal. When I spoke with him, I asked him, is it rewarding? Do you feel good about that? But he still feels like he has a lot to prove right now because this offensive line is going to be very competitive. This is a really important year for Terrence Steele. Yes, his future is solidified, but as far as his positioning, his role on the O-line, it's a defining year, in my opinion, for Terrence Steele, regardless of his contract stability. And there's a lot of details within contracts that maybe don't make that 5-year deal look as seems. So I'm interested to see him. You know, it's always great to see a San Antonio guy out there on the field for training camp.
Yeah, so what was it, a 5-year extension worth nearly $87 million. I believe Terrence is 27 years old, so if he plays all 5, it'll take him to 31, 32 years old. And like you said, it's always awesome to see a San Antonio football player, any athlete, I don't care the sport, it always is awesome to see them doing a good job in the pros. And Mary, I have to say, there's a golf course right over here to the right. You can see it, right? There are some golfers over there who keep yelling, Jerry, Jerry. It's actually pretty funny. Jerry Jones, of course.
Well, think about it. If you get a tee time at a neighboring golf course to the Dallas Cowboys training camp, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Jerry Jones.
Yes.
So I get it. It's very funny. And every time I look around, like, wait, is he here? Is he already back?
All right, so hey, we've got you covered here at Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California. We got you covered on air and online at KSAT.com. We'll chat with you all again tomorrow.